guys! You guys keep asking for more and more videos from me, so I must be doing something. But so we're going to do that. We're going to actually make a quilt from beginning to end. We're going to have a series of videos. I'm going to break things down. Today we're going to pick out fabric for a quilt. I want you to see what you do and do not do when picking out fabric. And then we're going to move on into how to prep it, cut it. And every one of these videos is just going to be a short little video to get you started in the right direction. Kind of just the tips and reminders of how to do things. I mean, we all know how to hold a rotary cutter. We all know how to read a ruler. But I'm going to work very diligently to make you feel comfortable with every step of the quilt making process. Are you ready? We're going to pick out fabric. That means we're going for a walk through the cotton cupboard. Remember, everything in here is on our website. And if you run across something you absolutely love, you can message us. You can comment on the video. Whatever works for you. All right? So here we go. We're going to do misfits. Obviously, the easiest way to do a quilt like this, most people would just go to a line of fabric and pick out however many that they need. It tells you right on the back how many you need. We're going to do a throw, which says we need 7 fat quarters. That means we'll have a couple of repeats, which is fine. So we need 7 fat quarters of a main print. These focus fabrics. Main print means focus fabrics. We want to start with those focus fabrics, and we can pick a theme. For example, I'm making a birthday quilt. We could just go get birthday fabrics and things that are associated to birthdays. If the new Tula Pink line has come out, or the new Allison Glass line has come out, we could go over to those and fall madly in love with them and just simply pick 7 of our favorites. And that makes it very simple. That's lovely, but that's not always the most fun way to do it, and it certainly isn't the best way for you to learn about what kind of fabrics to choose. So for mine, I'm making a Christmas quilt. Let's go pick out some Christmas fabrics that we like that all go together. If you want to sew along with me, please pick up a Misfits pattern, order one from our website, and sew this whole project with me. So I'm going to start with my Christmas. Let's pick out some fabric. 7 fat quarters, 7 focus prints. When we're talking focus prints, and I'm going to do Christmas, right? So when we're talking focus prints, what we don't want is little bitty snowflakes. That's not a focus print. We want something that stands out for us. Something that has some size, has some imagery. We want something that has some fun in it, okay? This is one of mine. Oh, isn't that so pretty? So classic Christmas. We would call this a large scale print. Now don't get me wrong, if you're looking at Cave, he's a very large scale print. This would be a medium scale print. Do you see how it's sized down from the original? And this would be considered a small scale print.
You can look into that one.
So we're going to do some small scale for our other pieces. Right now we just need our large scale prints. This is the start of them. I happen to already know, and I do this a lot, guys, I pick my backing first and I build my quilt around my backing. This is going to be my backing. I'm from Minnesota, and this reminds me of Minnesota. Then we're going to put some fabrics with it. Remember, your backing and your front don't have to match. That's not what this is all about. What it's about is making your heart happy and making it all look fluid. So here's 2 of our large scale prints. Let's see. We need, do we like this one? Oh, that one's pretty too. It's got all the Christmas berries and pine cones, right? What else do we like today? Ooh, how about some poinsettias? We need 7, remember? So let's do some poinsettias. Those will look pretty. Match all of our beautiful colors. Right here. I love this adorable little bunny print. check that out. We're going to put him up here and see how the greens match all the way through. The genre isn't exactly the same all the way through. That's okay. What we really want are fabrics that make our heart happy. So look at, we've already got 5, and they're all medium to large scale prints. That is what's important. Keeping the scale appropriate. These blocks are 10 inches big. If we take a 10-inch block, we want to have something in that block to look at, right? Not the same thing over and over. So there's 5. Let's see. Ooh, check this one out. What do you think of this one? Oof. Look at these beautiful classic township. Ooh, I love it. Do you love it? I love it. Okay, and now I need one more. Texas Longhorns. They're Christmas Texas Longhorns. What else would you put in this great Christmas quilt if you didn't have Texas Longhorns? And it's very blue, which is what I wanted. All right, let's take all our fabrics to the table so we can start picking out our accent fabrics. Okay, now we have our focus prints. We also need to have accent 1, which is this black right here. The problem with the black, we're doing Christmas. That's really not going to work out for us. I know this is going to seem strange, but I'm going to go for a pine coney kind of brown. Brown tends to run through all of this in some fashion. We've got gingerbread houses. So I'm going to head for some kind of gingerbread brown here. And then all these other little colors, I'm actually just going to do reds and greens. Reds and greens, and I'm not probably going to make them all different. In my background, I know that I want a white snowflake. Here it is. White snowflake. I love it. And when I'm picking out my fabric, I always want to build it. So here's my background. Yes. Let's take and make a block. Now, for purposes that are obvious, we have to scale it down because we're going to make 10-inch squares later. So we can kind of get a feel for what our blocks are going to look like. Once we do this, this will also help us decide if we made the right choices or if we need to go back and try again. It's okay if you have to try again. Sometimes it's hard to know without actually laying out. Hopefully you have a beautiful quilt shop in your area that will let you lay things out while you're there and you don't have to take it all home. I'm happy to shop with you and lay it all out. Look at him. So when I'm laying this out, what I'm noticing is my green one is standing out like a sore thumb. Do you see that? He's just not a happy camper in this mix. Everything else has got a very blue connotation. You see that? It just sort of stands out against all that blue like a sore thumb. So I found this wonderful piece that has a puppy. And look at him. He completes it. He makes all that Christmas wonderfulness. See that? So sometimes just because they all look good together doesn't mean that they actually all work together in the quilt. The other thing I need you to understand is you don't have to like them. You don't have to like every piece of fabric that's in your quilt. What you have to do is make sure that every piece of fabric likes each other. That is the most important part. Please always remember that. All right, now we're off to get that accent part. Now that I've changed this out, I've sort of changed my mind about what this big piece will be. I'm wondering if maybe that shouldn't be my green now. And how we're going to test it is we're going to hold it at the base of every piece of fabric because it's going to sit at the top and the bottom of every piece of fabric. Still not digging it, guys. Not going to work for me. So we got to go find something else. Let's get that other snowflake. The red one, remember it? also love this plaid. This plaid could be the ticket. So we've got the red and we've got the plaid. And I actually love them both, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the plaid as the big squares where the black is. So we can get that look going for us by simply laying it down on top of that piece of fabric so we can see what it looks like at the top and the bottom. And then our accent piece of fabric, these little colorful ones, I'm going to keep it simple and make them all red like this. So now what we're going to do to make sure we like it with everything is swap them out. Still very pretty. Oh, that's lovely. I can do that all day long. Well, this sweet little bunny rabbit's going to look good on anything. Oh, even my longhorns. See how this piece of fabric is picking up this blue-green here? So we know that works out well. Yummy. That's good. And of course, these little guys, no matter which one we pick, and it just so happens that I'm going to make sure this cow is in mine, because I think this cow is the cutest darn thing ever. Like this. Oh yes. Okay. So for this project, we have picked out all our colors. Then you go to your counter and have them cut it for you. I'm going to teach you how to cut in our next episode of this. So when I teach you how to cut in the next episode, you don't have to buy extra. You don't. I'm going to teach you how to cut so you never screw up. Are you ready for that? Never screw up. And so all you have to do is cut as instructed on the back of the pattern. I can show you the back of the pattern. If you're sewing along with me, make sure you get the pattern because I will not be showing you what the cut sizes are. I can't under copyright rules and laws. So for today, I hope you've learned a lot about how we should pre-lay out our quilt, how we should choose small, medium, and large prints, small print, medium print, large prints. We need to choose things that all work together. Sometimes even though it looks good together, doesn't mean it actually plays nice. What's the other thing? You don't have to like all the fabrics, but all the fabrics have to like each other. That's what you should take away from this. Okay, good luck. Hope to hear from you. If you need any help picking fabric, let us know. And you can always send your fabric choices to us, and I'm happy to give you my feedback. You can do that at SEWHAPPY, sewhappy@thecottoncupboard.com. See you later.